Good afternoon. It is August 24th, and today's devotion on truth is from Psalm 51. It's one of my favorite Psalms. Can't get into it. That'd become a whole sermon. But this one verse is one that I want to talk about. In Psalm 51:6, David says, "Surely you desire truth in the inner parts. You teach me wisdom in the inmost place." And I want to talk about the fact that David is talking to God, obviously, and he's saying to God, you don't just want me to know truths, but you want me to know truths. And I know that sounded the same, but it's really different. Look I might know that I should diet and exercise. I might know a bunch of truths because I'm taught them on television, commercials, articles, teachers, people have told me, doctors have told me. You and I may have all of these truths rattling in our heads, but if they don't sink in and become part of our lives, what good are they? And David's realizing in this psalm that he knew God's truth, but he acted contrary to it. The truth didn't matter enough to prevent him from making the mistake he made. And he's saying, God, you desire truths not to go into the head and just kind of sit there, but you desire truths to go all the way into my innermost being. Because if they go into our innermost being, they're going to blossom out and transform the whole being. Does that make sense? It's kind of like, I mentioned it in the devotion, it's kind of like a butterfly that transforms and morphs into a completely different creature, which is beautiful and has this wonderful purpose. So we too need to make sure that we are firmly rooting ourselves into God's eternal truths, not just in our heads, but in our innermost being, so that those truths can work on us from the inside out and make us who we ought to be. Well, I pray this devotion is a blessing to you, and have a firmly rooted day.